Tuesday in the 24th week of Ordinary Time. Today in the Gospel we meet two groups. One group is following the death of a young man, the only son to a widow of 9. This widow is living a miserable life. She has no husband. Her husband died. And now her only son has been snatched away from her. The other group is following life, the group of Jesus. They are following Jesus with the life, the truth, and the way. In this gospel, we see life and death standing face to face. The presence of Jesus is to arrest death, to arrest its progress. Jesus' presence is to show that he has power over death. What consolation then do we get from this text? The gospel, dear brothers and sisters, is simply telling us that as human beings, we can do a lot, but we cannot bring the dead back to life. We cannot do anything about death, but God can. God can do something about death. We have lost our beloved ones. Some of them died in our presence. And during those few minutes when they were battling for their lives, our prayers were pleading God to stop death. But to show that death, we have no power over death. Our beloved ones died. We lost them. So since we have no power over death, our trust rests in the one who conquered death, and that is Jesus. Dear brothers and sisters, there's something significant that happens in the gospel which people do not usually recognize. As the funeral procession proceeded to the place of burial, Jesus recognized this widow, and she did not recognize Jesus. Jesus moved closer to her, but still she did not recognize Jesus. Those bitter and silent tears which blinded her eyes were the strongest signs of despair. And hence, Jesus moved towards her to give her assurance of hope. This action of Jesus, of moving towards her, toward this widow of 9, teaches us that in our life, Jesus identifies us. He identifies the cause of our sorrow, and he moves towards us. But because sometimes we are grief-stricken, because sometimes we are seeing many problems in front of us, or we are seeing many problems ahead of us, we fail to recognize Jesus. We fail to recognize his presence. We also hear that in the gospel, Jesus just uttered a word, and the son of this widow was brought back to life. With Jesus, it's just a matter of word, and everything changes. When he raised Jairus' daughter, when he raised Lazarus, it was just a word of command. A word from Jesus changes everything, just as it was at creation. His word brought creation into being. So in our lives, dear brothers and sisters, it's just a matter of word of command from Jesus. What you want changed in your life has not been changed because Jesus has not spoken a word. The very moment that is going to speak a word in your life, in your situation, everything is going to change. Wait for the right time, and you will definitely speak, and your situation will change. As we face many sorrows in life, we have to know that we are not alone. We have the Mother of Jesus, Our Lady of Sorrows, whose memory we keep today. I'm sure each parent, each mother suffers more each time she sees her children suffering, and so is Mary. Mary gives us the assurance that she is with us in our struggles. She is with us in our sorrows, and she's not going to desert us because she knows the pain of being left alone in sorrow. Let us ask her intercession, that she intercedes for us so that we can be able to bear the cross of our sorrows as she bore the 7 sorrows. Amen.